Good morning, everyone, and thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having
We are
me.
talking about investing. We've been talking about this all morning long. So I want to ask you specifically about the investment that you all are making right now, which is in building a manufacturing plant in the US. You know, you already have a large, very modern plant in Vietnam. Why are you investing in a US factory? Does that have to do with the domestic production requirements of the US Inflation Reduction Act, or what is motivating this investment?
Thank you for having me here today. We made the decision to invest in the US long before the Inflation Reduction Act, actually. And we signed the agreement with North Carolina in March 2022. The reason for that is we always wanted to be part of the fabric of the economy in the US, and we want to be closer to the supply chain, as well as having the price stability and being able to deliver our products to customers faster. So our commitment to the US market and the investment here started long before the IRA.
I can only imagine that entering into a new market poses a lot of challenges for you. I know you've already shared that you are planning to ship cars by the end of this year from the new manufacturing plant. You're going up against a lot entering a new market. Why do you think that you all will be successful here in North America?
We think quite simply. We always apply, like, for any products at Vingroup and VinFast included. First of all, we need to have premium quality products in everything that we do. Secondly, reasonable price products. So we price our product very reasonably so that we can have access to the mass market. And finally, excellent service. So the after-sales service, we give 10 years warranty, and we either meet or beat the after-sales standards in the market. So that is the intention. I think in the US in particular, we have very flexible sales models. So we have this innovative battery leasing model where consumer can lease the battery, and as a result of that, we can reduce the upfront pricing and make it more accessible to the consumer. For the consumer that want to buy the battery, we also sell the battery together with the vehicle as well. And I think one factor that helps is the US as well. So a lot of states are very open and have different policies to reduce internal combustion engine vehicles and to promote electric vehicles, like building infrastructure, charging infrastructure, for example. So all those factors together just make us confident that we should be able to break in.
I think it's a really interesting model, what you're working on with having people the opportunity to buy the battery or to lease the battery. I think one of the things we talk about with Bloomberg Green very frequently is people are going to have to rethink the way that they're buying cars, and that the transition to electric vehicles requires us to rethink some of these traditional models, and you guys are doing exactly that with this new strategy. I'm sure most people here, or many people in the US, don't know the brand. I know you're still quite new, have only been around for a couple of years. So how are you introducing the VinFast brand to the US? How are you welcoming yourselves and introducing yourselves to this new market?
We chose from the beginning the direct-to-consumer model. So we always go direct to the consumer and tell our story directly to the consumer. In the US, in particular, we started in November last year with, for the first time, the global debut of VinFast EV at the Los Angeles Auto Show. So we showed the VF8 and VF9 as the concept vehicles. And then January this year at the CES in Las Vegas, we, for the first time, we unveiled the whole portfolio of EVs from A segment, which is the VF5 and VF6, VF7, VF8 and VF9. So basically covering all the SUV, covering all the segments of the market. And then we also unveil our EV strategy. We also told the world that we are stopping manufacturing internal combustion engine vehicles this year, and we become 100% EV company this year. And then in April, also here in New York City, we participated in New York Auto Show, and we let people test drive our cars for the first time. We got a lot of attention at New York Auto Show. A lot of questions like, is that, who are you? And but the line in front of our test drive is always the longest one at New York Auto Show. So that gave us a lot of encouragement. And then we, seeing is believing. So we brought a lot of, over the years, we have organized 4 tours to Vietnam already. We brought people from the US, from Europe, from all over the world to see us in Vietnam, to see VinFast, to see Vingroup ecosystem, to see what we do and to test drive our cars. So we have brought over more than 1,000 people on those trips to Vietnam, and the words got out. These people from all different walks of life, the KOL, the media, and that has been very helpful to get the words out and to tell our story as well. And you will start seeing, as we approaching delivering cars in the US, by the end of the year, you will start seeing us getting to the consumer and telling more our story.
So much of the US auto market is built around trust. Either you're trusting in these brands that are deeply American and entrenched in America, or you're trusting in these foreign cars that you feel like are going to perform incredibly well. How are you, as you guys are introducing yourselves to the US market, how are you building that level of trust for the brand?
First of all, one of the reasons why we give a 10 years warranty or 125,000 miles warranty, which is above the market, is to tell people that we believe in our products and we're willing to stand behind our products. VinFast is part of Vingroup, and Vingroup in Vietnam is the largest private conglomerate in Vietnam. We have a track record of building multiple successful market-leading businesses in all different sectors in Vietnam. So in Vietnam, we have an ecosystem that basically cover all parts of life of a consumer. And we have shown our commitment to the U.S. market, by making billions of dollars investment in the factory in North Carolina, providing thousands of jobs to the Americans, and committing ourselves to the market. So I hope that gradually the consumer will see that we are really committed and we're willing to stand behind our product.